Red FM.
We played them already in the challenge game, Paul, and I've seen the Connacht final. I saw their game against Longford on DVD as well. I wouldn't be reading too much into the Longford game because it was a desperate day and a massive wind which actually destroyed the game. But the one thing about them is that they're very big and they're very physical and they're very intense. So they're coming to Dublin on Sunday, thinking of nothing but beating Cork.
Yeah, no, last time out for yourselves, Brian, it was that 1 point win over Armagh after a very late goal from Stephen O'Mahony. It was a late goal as well that gave you victory in the Munster final against Kerry. Obviously, Brian, I'm sure you'd prefer if these games weren't going down to the wire in that kind of manner, but at the same time, it's a good sign of the character of the team that they keep battling back like that.
Yeah, I suppose, Paul, the character of the group is unquestionable. Against Kerry, we looked as if we were dead and gone. Against Armagh, we certainly looked as if we were dead and gone. Mm-hmm. But I suppose the corollary of all that is the fact Galway will be thinking that even if they get a couple of points ahead of us, that we've proven in the past that we'll come back. So maybe in the back of their mind, they won't be thinking about the finish line because they know that Cork will come back at them. But I suppose really, from a management point of view, you'd want to really attack the start of the game and try to get ahead and play the football we can play rather than chase because our luck is going to run out sometime.
Yeah, no, I'm sure there's been plenty to work on since that Armagh game, Brian, and possibly one of those things has been maybe just tightening up in defence because maybe 19 points conceded is probably slightly worrying from your point of view.
Oh, it is, Paul. If you look at it, Armagh must be kicking themselves saying that they scored 19 points. They still didn't qualify for the semi-final. Mm-hmm. From our point of view, giving away 19 points is absolute suicide because, as I said, the day would come, we won't be able to get goals and pull that back. But I suppose, on that first half against Armagh, we were 5 and 6 yards off our men, and we know that won't be good enough against Galway. And we also know that, part of our game is just built on tightness, and we'll let ourselves down with small, especially in the first half last day. So the Galway game, we're just going to make sure that we're as tight as humanly possible on the men we're on.
Yeah, no, Sunday is it's also another opportunity for the lads at Croke Park, Brian. Hopefully they'll have one more as well on September 19th, but I suppose you really can't underestimate how important it is for the long-term development of these young players to experience as many big games at Croke Park as possible.
Yeah, I actually said to somebody today, Paul, okay, it's absolutely brilliant if we can get to an All-Ireland final and then absolutely amazing if we could win it. At the moment, all you're thinking about is developing this particular group for this year. Mm-hmm. And, we're getting to experience the big days in Croke Park, which any fellow will tell you can only be good for Cork football. And, at the end of the day, Conor Coonan is looking at a lot of maybe John Cleary's under 21s, and it's very important that Cork win those. But I think in terms of minor success, it's about maybe getting guys playing over a prolonged season. We're coming into school time again in September, and these guys are still going, so I think they've had good experience over the summer, and maybe some of them might go on to play with under 21s the next couple of years, and this year will be huge experience towards that.
Yeah, absolutely. No, the prize for the winners on Sunday, Brian, it's a meeting with Tyrone in the All-Ireland final, and in fairness to Tyrone and Mayo, they really raised the bar in their semi-final last weekend.
It was a superb game, Paul. It was played at a real pace, and you could see how good Tyrone are when they got going at the end. But I suppose from our point of view, we're not looking beyond Sunday, and that's not a cliche. We have to beat Galway, and that's all we're thinking about. There's people out there who are saying it would be great if the two Cork teams are playing on the 19th. But, for us to get to the 19th, we have to win on Sunday first, so we can't look beyond it.
Cork's Red FM.